Well, the summer of 2017 has been anything but dull. We've seen a huge number of NBA trades happen, and on the always controversial NFL side, crazy stuff keeps happening. Players are getting suspended, guys are in the news for off-the-field stuff. It's been a soap opera, to say the least. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into the 10 most shocking moments from the 2017 NBA and NFL offseason. And a big shout out to Diego Montage for suggesting this video. And we do hope you enjoy it, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Bill Belichick keeps going. New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick wasn't happy enough with the 5th Super Bowl, obviously. Instead of sticking to his usual method of drafting his players of the future, Belichick went all in this offseason. He traded for disgruntled New Orleans Saints wide receiver Brandon Cooks. He also pried away standout Buffalo Bills corner Stephon Gilmore, as if Malcolm Butler in the secondary wasn't dangerous enough. And to top things off, Belichick then traded for Indianapolis Colts tight end Dwayne Allen. 3 blockbuster moves by Belichick, all unforeseen. Quite shocking to see him being more aggressive than ever before. Number 9, Paul George, OKC bound. After the 2017 season, Paul George warned the Indiana Pacers that he was planning to leave in 2018, so the Pacers decided to trade him. He was sent to the Oklahoma City Thunder to form a dynamic duo with reigning MVP Russell Westbrook. Many figured the Pacers would wait until the 2018 trade deadline to deal George. Furthermore, many thought the Pacers would get a king's ransom in return. Not quite. Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis don't really cut it. Westbrook and George will be a fun combo, but it's gonna be weird watching the Pacers without George now. Number 8, Adrian Peterson walks the Vikings plank. AP spent his first 10 NFL seasons with the Minnesota Vikings. He's the franchise's all-time leader in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns, with 11,747 and 97 respectively. But after being sidelined for most of 2016, the Vikings decided to cut ties with the franchise superstar. Peterson left behind quite a legacy in many, winning the 2012 NFL MVP and leading them to the playoffs 4 times. Peterson signed with the New Orleans Saints in 2017. Gonna be weird seeing him in another uniform. Number 7, Jimmy Butler joins a pack of wolves. Everyone knew a Jimmy Butler trade was inevitable. The Chicago Bulls apparently got real close to dealing him at the 2017 trade deadline. Despite being heavily linked to the Cleveland Cavaliers and Boston Celtics, Butler was dealt to the Minnesota Timberwolves on the NBA draft night. Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and a first-round pick were sent Chicago's way. Nobody saw this coming. A super team that includes Butler, Andrew Wiggins, and Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves are gonna be so good. Number 6, Anquan Boldin hangs him up. Boldin lasted 14 seasons in the NFL as a physical player who wasn't afraid to put his body on the line. He was able to play up until the age of 36 and chose to sign with the Buffalo Bills in the offseason. Instead of giving it one more go, Boldin opted to retire, announcing that his life was bigger than football. He retires 14th all-time in receiving yards. The Super Bowl 47 champion should be Canton-bound. It's just that we weren't expecting retirement yet. We all expected at least one more season out of him. Number 5, Ryan Tannehill's injury. Tannehill was in the midst of a career year for the Miami Dolphins in 2016, but he missed the final 3 games with an injury. The Dolphins made the playoffs, but were out in the first round with Matt Moore filling in as QB. With big things expected in 2017, bad news came following close behind. Tannehill tore his ACL during practice in August, and he was told he was done for the entire season. All of this just as Tannehill and the Fins were ready to make some noise. Number 4, Chris Paul lands in Houston. Many believed Chris Paul was on his way out of Los Angeles. The Clippers once again failed in the playoffs and had to use their cap space to re-sign Blake Griffin for the max. Though Paul was expected to leave, few expected the Clippers to trade him to a Western Conference rival. Nonetheless, Paul was dealt to the Houston Rockets for 7 players and a first-round pick. Lou Williams was the only notable name headed back to LA. Now Paul joins forces with James Harden, 2 of the NBA's top 10 players, 2 elite scorers. Watch out, Golden State Warriors, you may actually have some competition. Number 3, the ongoing Colin Kaepernick saga. Well, remember when Kaepernick led the 49ers to a berth in Super Bowl 47 and the 2013 NFC Championship the following year? Well, everyone knows he's a bad QB now, but he made headlines by kneeling during the national anthem, protesting the systematic oppression of people of color, police brutality, and the criminal justice system. In the 2017 offseason, the Seattle Seahawks and Baltimore Ravens appeared keen on signing Kaepernick. Both teams backed away, however. It's now caused a major stir, as many Kaepernick supporters believe he's being blackballed. They claim the teams are not signing Kaepernick just to make a statement. Throughout the 2017 preseason, countless NFL players kneeled during the anthem. Kaepernick may not be on a team, but his ongoing saga is far from over. Number 2, Ezekiel Elliot suspension. Elliot blew away the NFL as the rushing leader in 2016. As a rookie, he piled up 1,631 yards and 15 touchdowns. Elliott helped the Cowboys earn a top seed in the NFC with 13 wins and just 3 losses. But Elliott's sophomore season hasn't started out quite well. He was handed a 6-game suspension for an alleged domestic violence case involving an ex-girlfriend. Considering Ray Rice got a 2-game suspension for his incident, it was shocking to see the NFL really drop the hammer on Elliot. Maybe Roger Goodell finally has his priorities straight. And number 1, the Kyrie Irving trade. It was shocking enough when Kyrie Irving asked the Cleveland Cavaliers for a trade. He was set to be the man in Cleveland when LeBron James left, and the two were expected to continue their dominance as long as they were together. Nonetheless, Irving had enough of being a sidekick to the king. But it was double shocking to see the Boston Celtics make a trade. Since when do the two top teams in the same conference make a blockbuster deal? The Cavs and Celtics have quite a rivalry, but were willing to help each other out on this occasion. Irving went to Boston. The Celtics shipped off fan favorite Isaiah Thomas, slick defender Jay Crowder, Ante Zizic, and the Brooklyn Nets 2018 first-rounder, which is sure to be a top 3 or 5 pick. What was also shocking was how the Celtics willingly gave up so much. Nonetheless, Irving asked for a trade, and he went to a rival for a very steep price. Indeed, the Irving trade was easily the most shocking story of the 2017 NBA and NFL offseason. What do you think was the most shocking moment of the 2017 NBA and NFL offseason? Join us in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.